What's up, my niggas? What's poppin' with you, my nigga? When we gonna chill, nigga? Oh, when we making moves, my nigga. You see my nigga over there in the corner? That's my nigga, son. At what point does a word take on a life of its own? When is a word a representation of a state of mind? At what point does a word represent the ideology of a nation? When does a word have the capacity to communicate the pain of centuries of mellow, violent disregard? These are all questions raised by Patrice R. Ferguson. Good afternoon, students of West Orange High School. My name is Brittany Woods, and I am the member of the NAACP. The word nigger is a derogatory term used to describe an African American or a person of color. It springs from the Spanish word for black, but its bastardization carries a powerful demeaning connotation. Usually this word states that a person is ignorant, lazy, uneducated, and less than. You would think that people of color would try to avoid this word because of how offensive it is to their elders and to themselves, or how insulted they would be if a person of another color called them that. However, it seems as though young people have adopted this word as a compliment. You know you my nigga, right? Hearing this phrase can make a person feel so good inside, suggesting we're a band of brothers, that we're connected through the skin, right? But in reality, you've just been called a nigger. Yes, a nigger. A word that your ancestors died, worked hard to overcome, refused and for their pains were lynched, hosed, beaten by dogs, denied access to schools, despised to be called. Fact. A survey has recently been conducted at West Orange High School, where 120 students were asked if they use the word nigger or nigga. They were asked what was meant by this word that so frequently comes out their mouths. Out of 120 students, 90 admit to using the word freely. Out of the 90, about 70% are African Americans or people of color, and 30% are other ethnic groups. Based off of this study, we can come to the conclusion that about 75% of students at West Orange High School use the N-word in their vocabulary. As you can see from studies that have been taken at your school, the usage of the N-word is very common. As people of color and students at West Orange High School, you must remember the pain and hardships that our people went through. Fact, the word nigger is everywhere in our culture. We get inspired and influenced to use it because of artists like NWA, which stands for Niggas with Attitude, A Tribe Called Quest with their song, Suck a Nigga. Old Dirty Bastard uses the word 76 times in his album, Nigga Please. And as we all know, Jay-Z with that song, Jigga That Nigga. There are so many other different rappers that also use the word like it's word vomit. Celebrities are role models to a lot of people, and we could all honestly say that we look up to at least one. They make it okay and acceptable to be called a nigger. Niggers were the ones on the rope, hanging off the thing. Niggers is the ones with gold ropes, hanging out at clubs. This quote out of Tupac's song, N.I.G.G.A., can make any listener feel like it's cool to be called a nigger, but not a nigger. Rappers like that make it hard to get past such vernacular when it's portrayed as being cool. Young teens, especially black males, talk about how they want to be that nigga. What nigga? That nigga that hangs outside of clubs and is portrayed by society as being lazy, a deadbeat, a criminal, uneducated, and overall just a bad representation of a black man. Fact. Non-rhotic English speakers, or people with accents that cannot pronounce their R's unless it's followed by a vowel, pronounce nigger and nigger identically because their accents do not distinguish between the two. In their case, a nigger and a nigga is the same type of person. Not that one gets bread, hangs outside of clubs with gold chains, and is cooler than the other. They are the same exact person. Most students feel as though the N-word is just a word and should not be taken so seriously. Some people say it's just a term of endearment, that they are reclaiming the word, using it on their own term, and redefining the connotation to be a positive one. To you, I say, if it truly was a term of endearment, then the word wouldn't offend so many people. I guess it's perfectly normal and acceptable for your principal to say, "What's up" to all his niggas over the announcements, or for teachers to greet their students as niggers. Okay, niggas, you all have homework tonight. Julian Curry said in his poem, "Here we are centuries after slavery, insulting our ancestors' bravery by shouting phrases daily like, 'Where's my nigga? What up, nigga? You know you my nigga, right?' It's time to overcome and get past the usage of the N-word. I come to you young adults this afternoon to ask you to stop using the word. Why use a word that brought tears and pain to your past ancestors? Why use a word that degrades your people? Why use such diction that made past slaves move north? Here is a pledge that I am asking you to sign. This pledge states that you as an individual understand the disservice and insults this word brought to your ancestors. By signing this pledge, you are promising to remove this word from your vocabulary. Stand up and explain to others who use the word around you that the history of the N-word is harmful. And you are allowing yourself and your people to move forward to new heights of peace, harmony, and achievement. The top is your own company, while the bottom will be sent to Umoja Magazine, who wherever signs this pledge will be acknowledged for such honor, along with others. Umoja means unity in Swahili, and this magazine stresses the importance of unity in the Black community. Breaking the habit starts with the commitment to do it. We'll help each other, remind each other that we not only can reclaim the past without using the word, but claim a future of greater dignity. No more shouting the N-word, because quite frankly, it's an embarrassment to your culture, your family, and most importantly, yourself. Thank you.
If you want to